Hey guys, Brian Hill with the Complete Combatant. I'm going through all the tests that I use in class, for lack of a better term. These are skill builders, qualifiers, test. There's a rank section. There's 4 of them, and I get a lot of people that ask me, hey, can you show us the tests so that I can practice for class? Now, a lot of instructors frown upon you practicing their tests because they feel like you're gaming the system. What I found out with people is if they start at the end and they try to do all these tests, they'll eventually have to break it down into the parts that are necessary for them to shoot well. So they'll end up at the same point anyway. So I welcome you to do well on these tests, all right, to get some practice in. But break the movements into isolations, micro drills, and combinations. Now, my bullseye test is a little different than everybody else's, not because it's some stroke of genius. I like it. I think it's important. But I use the extended prep and press on the bullseye. So that means you start from the compressed position, you extend the gun, touch the trigger when you see the sight, you press the shot. And you'll fire 1 round on the first extended prep and press, you'll fire 2 on the second, you'll fire 3 on the next one, then we move to a different position. The reason I'm doing this is because shooting at distance for accuracy should always have some sort of movement component in it. I'm not giving you a time limit, but really the mechanism of dropping the dot in should be timing it for you, okay? Now you're gonna have to trust me. My integrity is really good on this, but I just shot the drill before I did the video because otherwise you'd have to watch me shoot it. And I got to tell you, it is not exciting to watch this. I'm going to show you how to do the drill. I'm going to tell you the distances. I'm going to tell you how to count up the points. All right. And then you can shoot it yourself. So I've already shot the drill, so I already have a score over here. I'll show you how to score it, and then we'll do that. What you see here is a B8 replacement center. It's very easy to get, all right? And it's a good target because we have different shades, different sizes inside the circles, okay? Easy to count. So anything that misses the whole circle is down 10 points. That is a minus 10, okay? So what is this test telling you? Don't miss. This is an accuracy and precision test. So get it on the target, okay? Now, if you get into the 7 ring, that's minus 3 points. It's just easier to count them in negatives because we'll have the total score, all right? If you're in the 8 ring, it's minus 2 points. If you're in the 9 ring, it's minus 1. And if you're in the 10, it's minus 0. And if there's something that we have to do to break a tie, we count up the X rings right here if it's at all possible. This target probably wouldn't be possible to get them all, okay? So that's how we work it. There's 300 possible points because this is a 30-round test. So when you do 1 extended press and press, and then fire 2 shots on the extended prep and press, and then fire 3 shots, that equals 6 rounds. We do it at 5 positions. It gives you 30 rounds. So out of 10 points possible for each round, it gives you 300 total points. Now the minimum to pass this course is 270, which equals 90%. All right, it's good shooting if you can do that. That's what I want you to go towards, all right? For me, I tend to range anywhere from 285 to 295 on this drill. Find it a little bit harder and a little bit easier at the same time. I do it backwards of most other bullseye drills. Most people start out and come in. I start you early because I want you connected to what you're doing, but you have to be able to manage the distance well, okay? I shot it at 5 yards, 10 yards, 15 yards, 20 yards, and 25 yards. So I just kept moving back. I'll do 1 round from the extended prep and press, 2 rounds from the extended prep and press, 3 rounds, and then I move to the next position. So it's 6 rounds on each one, 5 possible positions, 300 rounds, okay? So let's count up my points. I have 2 in the 8, all right? So that's minus 2, minus 4, all right? I have some in the 9, so all I do is count 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, okay? And that's what I've got. So I'm down 12 points total. It's a 288. Which is good shooting. I'm very happy with that. I'm very, it's good for me shooting like that, okay? Solid, consistent shooting for bullseyes with a bit of movement in there because I think in the real world, you're going to have to extend the gun either from the draw or from moving, and therefore I think it's a part of this. I'm just not a big fan of standing dead still and shooting bullseyes. Also, you get some recoil management here. You got to track the dot over and over. I did this because it's really possible to shoot at an extraordinarily high level with the dot. So I like this particular one, and I find that I don't need a time limit. The movement times it itself. All right, let me shoot one round so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to shoot on this target over here, and I'll shoot in extended prep and press each time. So I'm going to turn you guys here. Okay, there we go. Get you straight, make you look pretty. Good. Okay, tilt you down a little bit. All right, now I'm not very far from the target. This is about the portion that you're going to do. So each of the positions at 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25 yards, you're going to do the extended prep and press. So even if you're at an indoor range and they don't allow a draw, you can still do this drill, get a lot of good use out of it. Remember, the last third is the contextually rich part anyway. We're seeing the sights, we're getting our finger to the trigger, and then we're firing the shot. All right, so let me show you what this looks like. Ha! Shot a lot of rounds. Had to find a new mag. All right, so here we are. So on the go signal, all right, I'm in the compressed position. So I've already built the grip, so I don't have to worry about that. I've got postural stability. So up, fire one shot. Okay, now on the next up command, fire two shots. Up. Okay, on the next command, fire three shots. Up. Now I'd move to the next position, repeat the same drill. So that's at 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25 yards. And I hope that makes sense to you guys. Pretty easy to do. So let's look at the target again. I wasn't very far, okay? Shooting at 3 yards. But what I'm practicing is seeing that dot, drop in from the top, fire the shot, drop in from the top, fire the shot. And I put 6 rounds in the X-ring doing that. So there's some tremendous benefits for the armed citizen that may come out of the holster and movement. Law enforcement too, moving to the scene and allow you to do this because you're getting a little motion and you're chaining all that together to extreme accuracy and precision, and you're getting some recoil management at the same time, making sure the dot drops back to the same spot. Okay, now if we look at this, even with my one flyer over here, okay, not a very big difference. It's good shooting. It would all be right here. All right, and that's what I want to be able to do at multiple distance. So this is the Complete Combatant TCC Bullseye course. 300 possible points, 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25 yards. Minimum score is 270 to pass. Count them up as negatives, -3, -2, -1, -0. And then you subtract that from 300 points total. That's how you get your score. Easy way to do it. These B8s are available just about everywhere. This is a great target from M3 Strategies. You got 6 on here so you can get a lot of practice. So get practicing on this for the class. Things I'd tell you to emphasize on this drill so that you do a good job. You need to prep the trigger sufficiently as you clean up the sight movie. You need to establish the grip in the compressed position instead of the extended position. Okay? And then you have to recognize that as you move back, it requires, one, when we're close, I need to hold the dot slightly high. When I'm far, it's slightly low, but I also have to modulate the pace that I'm going to shoot at relative to the size of the target. So if I shoot at this pace here at 25 yards, I'm going to see this open up everywhere. Okay? Find the spot where your brain starts yelling far, because it'll be one. It'll be 10 yards, 15 yards, 20 yards, and you'll feel that pressure come on. Get back to your basics. Prep, prep, prep. See the dot, let the dot drop in. Recoil, build the structure, let the dot come back to the same spot. Be ready to shoot it as you do it each time. Okay? That's the TCC Bullseye course. Those are all the ways to do it. It's also written up. It'll be in the description so you guys can find it and you can get to practicing on this. Okay, thanks for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you in class. I want you to do a fantastic job on this. Something easy for you to practice that you can practice in an indoor or an outdoor range close to you and get real good at it. And it should be good benefits. It's going to favor the accuracy for a shooter. All right, you're going to slow it way down. So once you feel like you can do it pretty well, pick up the hand pace a little bit with the extension and see if you can find a little bit more out of that. Okay, I'm Brian Hill with the Complete Combatant. You can find us at thecompletecombatant.com. The drills are linked there also. You'll be able to find all 4 of these so you can practice before class. And as always, measure, refine, and perform.